All right, I'm drawing this little flower here that's losing petals. But I'm gonna draw it with my field lines here. Okay, so field lines, you have to create frames for that, much like we did with the highlighter drawings. So think about that. These frames, if they're going on your paper in your book, they should be precise and pretty nice. Like I would take out a ruler and do them, because if not, your craftsmanship is going to be very poor. Okay, so I'm not doing that right now because it's not my final project. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. So for that, so hey, I do this, and I'm on top of cardboard, so it's like getting in the grooves. I thought the piece of paper would help, but it's not helping a lot. Here, why don't I do one big one so you guys can see? Okay. So you're going to, can you see very well with that? You're going to pick something, whatever the prompt is. Some of them this week are like pick anything. You just have to pick something that's natural. Basically, with field lines, you're not drawing the contour. Like we're not drawing the contour of a flower and doing that and like making the little things here and like drawing each petal. That's not how it goes. With field lines, you're trying to feel how the energy of something is, or the direction of the plane. Okay, so if you see these leaves, right? So say you have this leaf here and you have the vein here. These lines are going like this, and these lines are going this way, diagonally, both coming off of the vein. So how I would describe that, and you don't always have to do this with field lines, it's just putting kind of movement within them. If you've ever seen, this is how the concept came up with, was that if you've ever seen like graphite or like metal, like shavings on a table, and someone puts a magnet down and then it all has all these different lines on it, that's kind of what you're going for. So like what direction would you say the leaf was? So I'm going to look at it, I'll draw it. So I'm not drawing a leaf first. I'm going and I'm looking at the object and I'm going like this. And the leaf is kind of jaggedy. So I might add some here, make these longer. Okay, and the stem is here. Negative space counts. So say I want to do this and create the stem as the negative space. And that's how you have it. Then that is the negative space here with the stem, right? So you would start, like say I have to start drawing the vase. The vase is rounded. So I'm going to do this. There's different. And then it's textured. It has like bubbles on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. To draw them. So it's not like, I'm not going, oh, here's the vase's shape. I'm not drawing the outlines or the contours. I'm just drawing what I see and how I feel that texture is. Now, you can do this with positive space like I've done here, or you can also do it with negative space. Say I don't want to draw the vase, but it's going to be in this negative space right here. So I'm going to make sure that my negative space has field lines that are the same. So here's part of the vase. Okay, then I'm going to go in and I see the vase is like, it's not rounded fully. It has these planes that are like this and like this. So what I would do then is I'm going to create like, maybe it looks like this. Zigzaggy, because towards the end it does. And then it moves into these triangles or whatever. So that is noting the edge that you see right here. I'll show it in a second. See, it's really simple, some of these, but you're doing 4 different frames. So you could take, instead of doing this as the negative space here, you could also take and do the positive space of the stem, but having it do like this. Here's the stem. And then here's the stem that's going out. Here's the leaf. Maybe I do negative space with the leaf. And then a positive space with the stem. Hold on. I'm going to show you in a second. Here's the negative space. Okay, so here's the stem. I didn't draw the whole stem. It's not a contour of it. It's just curved lines, because the stem to me, it's circular, it's round. So I'm going to do these cross contour lines like this. You can also do stippling. Just look at the value and see how it is. If you want to go more in depth with these, you can do that. You can do the values, or just simply have the lines with it. It's really just experimenting with different lines and seeing how that is. I know I showed examples from my other work. I'll show them again. To where you're just picking up something. And that's like what I did here is much like the magnolia things here, where this is like a big flower, but you're creating lines within it to see how those lines, if you see any lines, how it goes. This is a huge leaf. I don't know if you've seen magnolia leaves, but they're pretty big. They're like this big. So that's why this is the negative space. I only did a little bit on the stem to suggest that there's a vein in the middle of the leaf. This is thicker and more lines because that's the actual branch, and then the background is just the vertical lines. This is like inside of it, so it's like a stem here, 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 flower, leaves here. This is the inside of the flower, petals. This one was a can opener, you know, like this. You see the flat piece? I didn't do anything there, but the background, I did different like vertical and horizontal hatching, just to show that that's the background and this is the object. It's a little bit better explanation of field lines.